Here's a question for you. How many of you dress according to your comfort and how many of you dress considering your surroundings? Well, it seems for the Olympics organizers, the length of an athlete's clothes play an important role rather than the player's ability, making way for the ugliest controversy in the ongoing Olympics so far. This is Gargi Deka, and to you I bring a story that isn't something unheard of or something that isn't talked about. Beach handball is not even an Olympic sport yet, but it has been in the center of controversy due to the attire this time. The Norwegian women's team competed wearing a close-fitting shorts instead of the rules mandated bikini bottoms. And each team member was fined the euro equivalent of almost $200. This took place in a bronze medal match against Spain at the Beach Handball Euro 2021 tournament, after the officials deemed the shorts to be improper clothing. Here's what I'm referring to. This is the men's clothing, and in contrast to this is the women's clothing in the match. Visibly, the men have more comfortable and freedom while setting an example as to what female athletes wear to compete in the Olympics, which has to do a lot with the way society looks at women in general. Well, this decision by the authorities might come across as saddening, but is surely not surprising, as this is not the first time women's athletes have been sanctioned for their attire. Previously, in 2019, the French Tennis Federation president objected to the full-body catsuit worn by American tennis star Serena Williams at the French Open, saying it will no longer be accepted at the tournament. Women's gymnasts have long been at a sore spot for those advocating for clothing and uniform equality and freedom in sports. And amidst the controversies, some women are taking a stand in Tokyo. The German women's team entered competition in Tokyo wearing full-body suits instead of the traditional leotard. What is something to ponder upon is the fact that the same kind of rules and dress code in sports which are discriminatory against women does not follow the same amount of scrutiny in comparison to that of men. With the Olympics having no ground spectators, it has mainly become a television event, and television is paramount and sex sells sport. Dress code are dictated to a large extent by money and commercial interest, which is why, keeping in mind the viewer base, there is an overt sexualization of the women's body that seems to be taking place. When we consider the dress code for men, they are allowed to wear shorts that are not too baggy, and as long as they remain 10 centimeters above the kneecap. What is problematic is that when it comes to rules making, that most rules are made by men who are in majority leadership positions in international federations, thus disregarding the women's consent or approval while deciding their dress code. While we try and draw a parallel, women have contrasting lives to live and swear by. As in one hand, women are inspected and shamed for wearing short clothes in the society, and women rape survivors are questioned and humiliated for wearing clothes of a certain length and size. At the same time, for an event as large as Olympics, women are fined for not wearing clothes short enough according to the authorities. As long as there are uniforms for sports and as long as there are gender differences in what we humans wear, there will be controversy of some sort over what the rules are and why. For women, bodies are not commodities to be looked at or to be used for the beneficiary of anybody. Living in the 21st century at this era, the Tokyo Olympics could go down in history as the games in which female athletes slammed the door on competing in skimpy outfits. In reality, athletes should feel empowered to do their best, and their efforts should not be overshadowed or be under undue scrutiny. That is all for now. Keep watching Nagaland TV for more news and updates.